influence of the external energy because he is engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord. The Lord states in the Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 14th verse, Devi Hesha Gunamahi Mama Maya Durateya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tarantite. My divine energy of consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. A Vaishnava should take care of those who are bewildered by this Maya instead of becoming angry with them. Because without a Vaishnava's mercy, they have no way to get out of the clutches of Maya. Those who have been condemned by Maya are rescued by the mercy of devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhayascha kripa sindhu bhaya vacha patitanam pavane bhayo Vaishnave bhayo namo namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desire trees who can fulfill the desires of everyone. And they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Those who are under the influence of the illusory energy are attracted by fruitive activities. But a Vaishnava preacher attracts their hearts to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitanyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manabhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Samrupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sijata Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagalajatam Sagana Raghunatamitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Bhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Gurudas Yadvata Swami Namne. Once again. Bhavam tu pumsham paramasya maya durantya sprishtamati samastadrik taya hatatmasu anukarma chetashaha anugraham kartum iha Shri Prabho. My dear Lord, you are never bewildered by the formidable influence of the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you are omniscient and should be merciful and compassionate toward those who are bewildered by the same illusory energy and are very much attached to fruitive activities. So we see in this chapter, Brahma satisfies Lord Shiva, where in the previous chapter, after Lord Shiva's anger and his anger personified personality, Virbhadra, creates a havoc in the sacrificial arena of Daksha. Sages assembled. Either they were physically insulted, Daksha head was beheaded, and everyone, there was a big chaos. So the demigods, since the sacrifice was stopped, they all came to Lord Brahma to petition that on their behalf he should pacify Lord Shiva. So the entire entourage, led by Lord Brahma and the demigods, then they go to where Lord Shiva resides, and then there's a whole description of Kailasha, a description of Alaka region, where the rivers Nanda and Alakananda uh, meet. The description is given, and there then they see the darshan of Lord Shiva, who is absorbed Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha in conversing with Narad Muni and other sages on the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord, and absorbed in performing austerities. So then when Lord Brahma comes to Lord Shiva, he glorifies Lord Shiva and petitions to him. And in his different petitioning, again he then says, um, please spare Daksha. Daksha's head hasn't beheaded, but please spare Daksha and revive his life. Daksha is influenced by Maya. This verse specifically, he addresses that the whole world is influenced. Right? Tabi gunamai bhavai evim salamidam jagatam. Mohitam is bewildered. Mohitam nabi janati. Right? In 7th chapter, 15th verse, the Lord mentions this divine energy of me consisting of the three modes of nature. The external energy of the Supreme Lord consists of the three modes of material nature. The whole world come under the influence of these three modes of material nature. And it's very difficult to overcome. And though the Lord has made it, he is inexhaustible. He does not come under the influence of the three modes of material nature. So the Lord and his representative, Lord Shiva is mentioned as his representative, right? Guna Avatar, his representative. So much so that there's hardly any difference between the Supreme Lord, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. When Lord Vishnu comes in contact with material nature, he comes in the form of Lord Shiva. Right. So, though Lord Shiva comes in contact with material nature, he is not influenced by uh, material nature. He is not influenced by material nature. We see him giving Bhagavatam class, even when Mother Parvati is sitting in his lap. Right. He is able to converse on the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Why? Because he is not attached by this, and he does not come under the influence of these three modes of material nature. Daivi hesha gunamai mama mam duraktaya. 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 14th verse. This mentions this divine energy of mind is very difficult to overcome. It is very difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Right? Those who have surrendered to Murari can easily overcome that. They don't come under the influence. So, what's the nature of the Vaishnava? Vaishnava should take care of those who are bewildered by this Maya instead of becoming angry with them. Right? When a Vaishnava goes out to spread the message of the Supreme Lord, he is ridiculed. At times he is ridiculed by those who are under the influence of material nature. He is ridiculed by them that see, काम धंधा नहीं है आ गए. They don't have any business and they are just here talking about Krishna, Krishna. Right? Um, so, um, but why do they go out? Despite all shortcomings, despite all the lack of their time and busy schedule, still they go out on Sankirtan to distribute books, to distribute the mercy of the Lord. As Mahaprabhu mentions, that is a reservoir of all these sounds and pleasure, and more you distribute from that storehouse, the mercy of Mahaprabhu to others, more you'll get. Right? The more you distribute, more you distribute. So it is distributed to more and more, many more. And the Vaishnava is not hampered, right? By those who ridicule them. No. So here also Lord Brahma is petitioning Lord Shiva that you don't come under the influence of this divine energy. And a Vaishnava is always so merciful, right? Always so merciful. The sadhus are compassionate to the materialist, right? They are not bewildered by Vishnu Maya, right? The divine energy is also Vishnu Maya, Vishnu Shakti. Vishnu is external energy. Maya is what? Vishnu's external energy. Mahamaya is Vishnu's external energy. Yoga Maya is Vishnu's internal energy. Yoga Maya facilitates all Lord's pastimes. Right. Mahamaya bewilders this entire world so that they can feel that, okay, they can forget the Supreme Lord and try to enjoy themselves in this fortress of material world. Right. So Lord Shiva should forgive Daksha because he is attracted to fruitive activities and is bewildered by the external energy of the Supreme Lord. Right? He is bewildered by the external energy of the Supreme Lord. As far as killing them, they are already killed by providence, right? Because of their differentiated vision or attachment to karma, mean-mindedness, envy at others' prosperity, and causing distress to others by the piercing words. Right? Causing distress to others by piercing words. Daksha had caused distress, right? By his piercing words, by his slighting Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva didn't get affected, but then Lord Shiva's consort, Sati, who happened to be the daughter of Daksha Prajapati, got offended. Right? That how come my husband is insulted like this? And she could not tolerate. And, oh, why should I even keep this body which has been given to me by my father? That I've gotten this body from uh, my envious father. So she gives up her body. And that's where Lord Shiva becomes angry. But even Lord Brahma is um, pacifying Lord Shiva. That at the end, Vaishnavas, they tolerate. Tinadapi sunichena tararapi saisuna. They tolerate all misgivings by these envious people, right? The envious people, um, they cannot see the happiness of the devotees. They cannot see the happiness of the devotees. How come they are enjoying? How come they are not afflicted with the three modes of material nature? How come, they are relishing this chappan bhoga, all this prasad, which is offered to the Supreme Lord? Right? So, they are envious because here they are where they are just working like cats and dogs every day, from morning to evening, under the onslaught of material nature, right? And that forces them to be in illusion. But those who take shelter of the Supreme Lord and his devotees, completely absorbed in hearing the pastimes of the Supreme Lord and conversing about the pastimes of the Supreme Lord with one another and performing various devotional services, right? Serve the Supreme Lord, right? These onslaughts of material nature is completely reduced. This Bhava Mahadavagnal, the forest blazing fire of material existence, right? Or this big ocean of material nature is just like the water filled in the footprint of a calf. It's very easy to overcome, very easy to cross for the devotee of the Supreme Lord. Right? So Lord Shiva should forgive Daksha Prajapati and the other sages, right, who were also involved in witnessing or smiling when Daksha Prajapati was insulting Vaishnavas like Lord Shiva. And further, Srila Prabhupada quotes this was Vanchakalpaturbhayascha, the devotees are full of mercy. They are like desire trees. Kalpatarubhayascha, they are like desire trees. Pipasindu bhayavacha, right? They fulfill the desires of everyone and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Right? They're full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. So, those who are under the influence of illusory energy are attracted to fruitive activities. But a Vaishnava preacher attracts their hearts to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, what does a Vaishnava preacher do? Though the materialists are attracted to the fruitive energy, somehow or other, out of full compassion for all these conditioned souls, they attract their hearts to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? They attract their hearts to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Okay. Are there any discussions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for very nice class. Prabhuji, this Shravan month, Panchami, today is Panchami Tithi. So normally in Vidarbha or Maharashtra, we just celebrate Nag Panchami. So
Mhm.
can we speak about that, Prabhuji, little bit?
Yeah, this entire month is very um, auspicious. Shravan month basically is Shravan month, uh, worshippers of Lord Shiva,
Mm.
right, especially fast this entire month.
Mm.
Just like for Vaishnavas, we have this Kartik month. They fast or they perform extra austerities
Mhm.
in Kartik month to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna.
Mm.
The worshippers of Lord Shiva, to satisfy Lord Shiva, they fast during the Shravan month, right?
Mm.
And any associates of Lord Shiva, like the Nag is also an associate. Lord Shiva bedecks his body with the Nag, right?
Mm.
So um, they worship Lord Shiva, right?
Yeah.
The Vaishnavas also worship Lord Shiva as a Vaishnava. Vaishnava Namyata Sambhu, as a devotee of the Supreme Lord. The Saivites worship Lord Shiva as the Almighty, as Asutosh, so that he can just bestow them all what they need for the material facilities,
Mm.
right? Or what all they need for the material facilities, that the demons also worship Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva can be easily satisfied and he will grant us various boons. Like, um, one of the names of Lord Shiva is Ashutosh, can be easily satisfied. Right. So much so that one time now we create this big palace to live in with his consort, Mother Parvati, and they invite Brihaspati and others to perform Graha Pravesh ceremony. So they perform Graha Pravesh ceremony and they said, okay, uh, now the time to give Dakshina.
Mm.
And what does he give in Dakshina? He gives away his palace
Palace.
in Dakshina.
Mm.
So easily satisfied and so generous that, okay, and detached. Just imagine a Brahmana comes to perform sacrifice at your home. You're staying in this big house, and then say, okay, no, take away my whole house. This is my keys. This is my car key. This is this, that. No, 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 no. Right? Lord Shiva is completely detached.
Mm.
Right? So this is a time in Shravan month. Apart from that, we should think that this is a month in which the Lord personally appears as Swayam Bhagwan Krishna,
Mm.
right? Ekala Ishvara Krishna Areshabha Bhetya. There are many Ishwaras. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. He is not an avatar. He is not an incarnation. He is
Mm.
Avatari, the source of incarnations. Etacham Shakalapam Sham Krishna to Bhagwan Swayam. Srimad Bhagavatam talks about it, that there are these various incarnations which I just spoke about, but they are either unsure, we've been unsure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Mm.
Krishna to Bhagwan Swam. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we are very fortunate that in this month, the Vaishnava should uh, increase their absorption in thinking about the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
Every evening, Srila Prabhupada guided us that, okay, we should read Krishna book. So if we don't have it in our schedule, at least this month, we should read about Lord Krishna more. That we can prepare for his appearance day. Janmashtami, the best way it can be celebrated is hearing more about Lord Krishna and performing services. Srila Prabhupada, when he, remember one time, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj was mentioning about the Janmashtami festival which they had in New Vrindavan, where Srila Prabhupada had come. And Srila Prabhupada went on speaking on Krishna from the Krishna book. And the class went on for 6 hours. Right. Till late evening, Srila Prabhupada was speaking about Krishna Lila. As such, there was fasting, so nobody had to worry about prasadam. Right? The class went on and on. So our real absorption should be on hearing about Krishna.
Yeah.
Or distributing this, no, performing this devotional service to satisfy, to spread the message of Lord Krishna. Right. So take this wonderful opportunity to serve Lord Krishna. In his appearance as Lord Balaram, so just a week before Janmashtami is Balaram Purnima. Then following Ashtami is Janmashtami, and after that, 15 days is Radhashtami. All packaged in one. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what we should absorb in glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We may be doing other things like Nag Panchami, this, that, okay. But ultimately, we should take that in service of the Supreme Lord. Let me absorb in serving the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, Prabhuji, we were like having so many rituals and like in-laws side, right? They perform all these things and then say, oh, today is this and that. But after coming to ISKCON, everything, our mind goes to Krishna only. Like today is Nag, right? So we Sankarshan, Shesh Nag, right? That comes. And when Chaturthi time also, every Chaturthi we have to make modak for Ganesha. So Jagannath ji only comes in that Ganesha Vesh. So our mind is going there only.
Good.
They are asking to do all these things and we have to follow. But our mind just goes to our Jagannath ji or Radha Shyam Sundar. So yeah, it's good, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when we think about Lord Ganesha, it's good thinking about Lord Jagannath, Nahati Vesha, which one devotee of Lord Ganesh thought about. But no, Lord Ganesh always worships Lord Nrsimhadev.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So our mind just connects all the points, right? Whatever we are hearing.
Yeah,
So continuously, whatever celebrations are there, we are doing so many rituals, but it connects to finally it connects to our Krishna consciousness only.
yeah, yeah. Good. Thank you very much, Mataji. It's 7:02.
Hare Krishna.
And here, if there are more questions, discussions, we can bring it up and Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, or you can PM me. and we can discuss offline. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Nrsingo, Jai Nrsingo, Jai Jai Nrsingo, Paladesha, Jaya Padma Ugraveera
Kabiram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narsingham
Narasimham Vishanam
Mahavishnu
Bhattram Nityam
Namaha
Namaha Nrsinga Bhagwan ki
Ki
jai,
Jai,
Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Ki Jai,
Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. One chakal kripa
Panchakalpatarubhasya
sindhu
Kripa
bhaya
Sindhu Bhavecha Patitanam
Nam pavane bhayo
Bhavebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo
namo
Namah
namah. Vaishnavinda ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai,
Jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Ki
jai,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki
Ki
jai,
Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Hari
Thank
Hari
you,
Hari Bol.
Haribol. Thank you, Madhvati
Thank
Prabhu.
you
Thank
everybody.
you.